Police stormed 2 homes as the sun rose up over Portsmouth.
Now 2 men, a father and son in fact, face double trouble after a massive search for both drugs and guns during the massive raid. The list of charges for the 2 men hauled in is long and serious.
And the paperwork tells a much bigger story. Those raids happened this morning at 2 homes in Portsmouth, one on Normandy Street, the other on Yorkshire Road.
10 on your side got there shortly after the ATF and other authorities arrived. An SUV and truck were also searched in the process. Tonight, we know a father and son are both in trouble.
10 on your side's Andy Fox was in federal court when one of them faced a judge. So, Andy, what did you learn?
Well, Nicole, Kenneth R. Meeks, 25 years old, is a convicted felon. And he was in possession of a gun, and according to ATF, in possession with guns on several occasions. And for that, today, he was in federal court. What would you like to say, Mr. Meeks? 25-year-old Kenneth Meeks quickly jumped in a car, hid his face from cameras, then took off. These are the incriminating pictures of Meeks firing a pistol and a rifle. He is a convicted felon and not allowed to do what the pictures show him doing, possessing a firearm. The ATF agents raided Meeks' home today on Normandy Street after their informants gave several reports of Meeks handling, shooting, and possessing guns. This is the same house where ATF agents, along with state police, spent the morning executing a search warrant to find the guns and drugs. The complaint says in March, Meeks and another person, noted in the court papers as KM, believed to be Meeks' father, Kenny Matthews, who lives at the other house searched today, 154 Yorkshire Road, to be in possession of 20 to 30 firearms, ammunitions, silencers, and homemade machine guns. In May, agents observed Meeks at his father's home and saw Meeks come out of that home with guns, putting them into his pickup truck. The agents then followed Meeks to land in Suffolk, where they observed him holding and firing guns, with some that appear to have silencers that are not federally registered as required by law. In June, agent sources confirmed they had sold Meeks cocaine and then recorded conversations with Meeks about the drugs. He's heard on tape telling the federal source that he can't legally buy guns, so he has to have his wife buy them. Tremaine Chandler lives near Meeks and heard the bus go down.
6 o'clock in the morning, me and my family were asleep. We heard like 3 to 4 loud bangs, and they were screaming search warrant coming in. So we were looking out our windows watching what was going on. There was like 40 cops or ATF people out here, DEA, all up and down the street.
Now, Ken Meeks' uncle is Danny Meeks. I've been in contact with Councilman Danny Meeks all day. He is brokenhearted over what happened. He told me that Ken is family and he's devastated by this. He's still trying to wrap his arms around it and had no idea any of this was going on. He was very emotional and when he was talking to me about this. And it should also be noted that Ken Meeks' father was also arrested today. In Norfolk, Andy Fox, 10 on your side.
Now, here's a picture of the father, Kenneth Matthews. Portsmouth police told us he faces charges of possession with the intent to distribute drugs, as well as possession of firearm with drugs.